أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I bear witness that there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah alone, without any partners, without a son, without a father. And I bear witness that Muhammad, Jesus, Moses, Abraham, Noah, and the others are all his prophets, servants, and messengers. Today, we're going to tackle the third part of Christian Prince, whom I hope you guys ask him to change his name from Christian Prince to Deceiver Prince, or the Prince of Deceivers, because he just keeps on lying, cheating, and deceiving people. And in this video, at minute 52 and 42 seconds, he's still talking to this kid who knows nothing, and he introduces him as Sheikh. I don't know where he met him and what did he get him in order to call him and try to perform with him. Well, it's not trying, but they are performing this mockery. It's really mockery. First of all, he's talking about the Bayt al-Ma'mur, and the other guy doesn't even know what's the Bayt al-Ma'mur, and they is asking him, oh, it is Kaaba. So, oh yeah, is it Kaaba? It is a Kaaba, yeah. And these angels, they go in and they never come back. And the other guy, oh, well, you're talking about angels. The Bible is talking and talks about angels. What are you doing here, sir, Sheikh Muhammad? You are actually taking part in a deception, which if you guys, you, Sheikh Muhammad, and your partner, Christian Deceiver, are believers in God, if you guys really honestly believe that there is a God, then what you are doing in here will not be accepted and you will be punished for it. So Christian Prince, or Deceiver Prince, or Christian Deceiver, you're not doing yourself any favors by lying and cheating, by setting up this mockery in here and talking to a kid who knows nothing. Anyway, in this, I just hope it's still there. Listen, guys, listen.
The people were there, and there's witnesses. Your prophet, he have just fiction stories, no witnesses, and you are the...
Okay, so what he is implying in here is that there are no witnesses to this whole story, or to the night journey. Now, what do you suggest? Honestly, like, did you want God to take witnesses, spectators? It's like a stadium, and this man is traveling in front of them. It's like they're watching it online, or a watch party or something, like what you do here, and you call a debate. You talk to yourself and you call a debate. You call someone whom you have already set up a mockery with, and then you want us to believe in it. And now you're expecting our beloved prophet to perform this thing that you call fiction, and you want witnesses to be with him, traveling from Mecca to Jerusalem, and then traveling from Jerusalem to the seventh heaven. Is that what you're asking? Because if anyone in this audience agrees with this, I call you gullible. You, the audience, if you agree with this, if you agree with his request, then you're gullible and you're enjoying being deceived, and you will go down the road he will go with all these lies and deceptions. Now, what he said is that when Jesus performed miracles, there was witnesses. Right? I do not deny that. But why don't you check what our prophet did. Right. These are the miracles of Prophet Muhammad. Okay. All right. So let's go. There are many things, splitting of the moon and the Isra Miraj, which you're talking about. But then you say no one witnessed it. Here, the food, multiplied the food, and thousands of people ate from it. Look, I am sure you are not going to believe this, and it is there in our history. Whether you want to believe it or not, you asked for it, and it's here. Ask, and you shall be served. Water gushing out of his hands and fingers. Okay, healing the sick. He healed the sick. Okay, his prayers were answered swiftly, right away, on the spot. Oh, by the way, here all you need to do is just Google the miracles of Prophet Muhammad, and there is this site called whyislam.org, and then you'll find all this. If you want to actually read it, you or your audience, though I do not trust any few audience to go and check it, because you are completely mesmerized by that, by this deceiver. But anyway, he asked, here it is, served. Okay, tree trunk crying. People actually heard the trunk in the mosque when our beloved Prophet, like the first sermons he was giving. The mosque was not a mosque. The pulpit was not a pulpit. It is called the mimbar in Arabic. There was, the pulpit is that what we use, as it has got steps, so the imam will climb up 2 or 3 steps or whatever and give his speech. So before that was built for the Prophet, he used to lean or stand by a palm tree trunk. And then when he moved to the new pulpit or new mimbar, people actually heard the trunk. It was crying, as if it was a human being crying. Here, sir, Christian deceiver, or Christian prince deceivers, or deceivers prince, or whatever. I'm trying to find a suitable name for you. There's another one for witness, for telling the truth, the future. Here, you can read. Okay, you can read. I am not going to read through because I need to go through them. The everlasting miracle, which is, of course, what? It is the Quran, which is, you are trying your best, actually, to refute the Quran, and you can't, because you're only showing your lies, and we are there to show you and refute you and expose you, sir. Because the miracle of the Quran is that someone comes up with something like it, and no one did. Okay? So, I'll leave this and get back to you, to your video, which is repleted with lies. Let's see what you're saying to this kid.
The one who said there's no witnesses. Nobody saw it. Even his wife, she said, he the Prophet, he did not go by his body. It was a spiritual, it was a dream.
Does it matter whether he went to dream or in a body? Because the Quran says body. Okay? The Quran, the verse that you showed, it says body. Okay? He traveled in his physical body.
It was a spiritual, it was a dream.
Where did you get that from? Could you show us that, please? If you are putting something forward and trying to refute Islam and the Quran, you show us that. Show us where anyone say it was in spiritual or in a dream. Even, let's say, hypothetically, just for the argument's sake, he went by spirit. So what? That's what Allah wanted, and that's what happened. Whether spirit or body, it happened. And then you are denying it, and you say that it's a lie. How can you deny such a thing like that? What? Are you kidding me? Just because you say so?
So Muslims, they fabricate lies that Muhammad, he went to the seven heavens, but the fact it's not true.
How do you know it's not true, sir? The description of heaven and earth and the people in there, and what every sin is to be punished with, and how heaven looks like, is all a lie to you? Okay, so the book of Revelations, then it's all a lie. If we use the same analogy, the same way you are talking about our prophet and the night journey, the Isra and Mi'raj, I'm here telling you that the book of Revelation was all a lie, is all a lie. And by the way, I'm doing a critique of the Bible, and I will get to that, and I will show you how a lie is, all of it. Okay? Now, you tell me, how can you prove that it's a lie?
There's no proof of it. So Islam is based on fictions. If the wife of Muhammad herself, she said that Muhammad did not go, what about the rest?
Why don't you show us, sir?
How you Muslims, you say?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, you.
And by the way, please drop this. Let this kid go back to his PlayStation. Please, to his video games. Please, and it's late anyway. So let the kid go home, man. This is just some mockery. This kid starting by calling him Sheikh, and he starting by calling himself Sheikh. I don't know where you got that bit from. Like, it's being ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. There's no limit to it. I think drop the kids. Let him go to play.
Well, just because it doesn't have witnesses doesn't mean it's not true. Okay, when Adam and Eve, do you have any witnesses for that story?
Adam and Eve themselves, they were witnesses. You see, at least Adam, there's two people at least, but Muhammad, he have nobody.
Adam and Eve were witnesses. What do you mean they were witnesses to what? What are you talking about? They were witnesses to what? To their creation? Well, the same thing. Our beloved prophet was witness to his ascension to the seven heaven.
I mean, all his stories, there's nobody. Angel, he came to him, there's nobody.
Right. Okay. Let me simplify it to you, because you just seem to be. I don't like to insult people and call them things. You just seem to be struggling to understand what's going on in here. All right. Okay. So, what I want you to understand, Mr. Christian Prince, that if you travel night time, how could there be witnesses? And if you travel to heaven, how could there be witnesses? Huh? Come on, show us. Huh? Or did you want the whole world to see our beloved prophet traveling up to heaven, or traveling from Mecca to Jerusalem? Is that even possible? Even if in your own big lie and deception, you can't get that. And now, okay, here's the thing. Prove to us that Jesus actually was raised from earth to wherever his Father is, the other God, the God the Father, and then was sat or seated on the right hand side of the throne. Prove that to us. I would love to see and hear you proving that to us. Since you are asking us, proof of our beloved prophet ascension to the seventh heaven. Okay? Tell us. You said that there are no proofs. I showed in the previous video, I showed verses saying that, showing that. I was going to show you only one verse, but now I want to show you the whole chapter that's talking about that. And it is called Surah An-Najm. That's chapter 53. So let's start. So here, by the star when it descends, your companion, meaning Muhammad, has not strayed, nor has he erred, nor does he speak from his own inclination. It's just like Jesus when he say, I by myself do nothing by myself. But as I hear, I say. So here it's same thing. That what our beloved Prophet, whatever hears from the Lord, says it. It is not but a revelation revealed, taught to him by one intense in strength, one of soundness, and he rose to his true form. While he was in the higher part of the horizon, then he approached and descended, and was at a distance of 2 bow lengths or nearer. You see all that? This is a description of what when he ascended to heaven. So, and he revealed to his servant what he revealed. See, now God descended towards Prophet Muhammad which is in Sidrat al-Muntaha, which is the highest point in God's creation in the 7th heaven, and did what? God revealed to his servant. Who are we talking about? Are we talking about Jesus here? Of course not. We're talking about Muhammad. Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about? We're talking about Muhammad. We're in the same chapter. Let's see. And was at distance revealed. The heart did not lie about what it saw. What our beloved Prophet, what he saw in the 7th heaven, was not a lie. There was no doubt. So will you dispute with him over what he saw? Christian Prince? This is a question to you and your ilk. People like you actually do say that. Then he is answering. And he certainly saw him in another descent. Okay? Where is that? Sidrat al-Muntaha. At the lot tree of the utmost boundary. This is the boundary of the creation of God. Where is that? Near it is the garden of refuge. The garden of refuge. Listen, the sight of the Prophet, Prophet Muhammad, of course, not Jesus, we're talking about Muhammad here, did not swerve, nor did it transgress. He certainly saw of the greatest signs of his Lord. And then go and so on and so on. This is just stuff for you, and I will get back to that. Now I'll get back to you what you're saying.
The problem when he went on the Isra and Mi'raj, the prophets were his witnesses.
What prophet? How Muhammad, he says there's a prophet, and yet he said he is the first one to be resurrected in the day of judgment.
No, yeah, that's.
Oh man, you why are you jumping here and there? What is wrong with all the prophets to be there and him being resurrected as the first one? What is wrong with that?
That's on the day of judgment, but the prophets.
I know, but they are dead supposedly. They are dead. Muhammad, as you see here, he quote all the names. Moses is there. Jesus is there.
They're dead to you, sir. They are dead to you because your heart and your heart is dead, but not your brain. You obviously are not dead because you're here lying, cheating, and deceiving people. Sir, prophets and messengers And even human beings, when they die, their spirit goes somewhere else. You don't know where the spirit is right now. Okay? All you know is that Jesus was raised, or raised himself. I still don't understand it, and I don't think you can understand it or explain it. That he rose to the throne, and he's sitting on the right hand side next to God the Father. Literally, this is making God the Father and Jesus two entities, two people. Okay? You cannot refute this. If only you did not have this in your books. Man, this is actually breaking Christianity. Christianity crumbles just because of this. He is on the right hand side of the throne. I thought he is God. If he is God, why would he go and sit on the right hand side? He should be on the throne. Because when he is there, there is no need for them to be separated, a Father and a Son and a Holy Spirit. And by the way, where's the Holy Spirit in the whole story? Because the Holy Spirit is mentioned once or twice somewhere in the New Testament, and that's it. No more. Why is that? Can you, Christian Prince, tell us that? Will you be able to do that? Do it, please. Let's get back to this.
I understand Jesus is there because Muslims believe that he is alive now. But what Moses is doing there, what Abraham is doing there, according to Muhammad, he is the first one to be resurrected in the day of judgment.
Oh man, I don't want to stoop that low. I really don't want to stoop that low because it's too low. Honestly, and if your audience is happy to hear that, then I really doubt their intelligence, and I'm talking about the audience. I really doubt their intelligence. I'll just let you continue your lies.
So how all the prophets are in heaven already? Obviously, this is a lie, because either they are dead or alive.
So, Mr. Christian Prince, just because in your belief, in your Bible, that prophets and messengers are dead, doesn't mean we in Islam would have the same belief. And only because your book comes short in this topic here doesn't mean that Islam is the same or have to be the same. See, if you don't have what I have now, doesn't mean that I don't have it. You don't have a laptop like mine. So does that mean that I don't have that laptop or that kind of laptop? Do you understand this analogy? Just because you don't have the thing doesn't mean that it is not there. Okay? Just because you cannot run like I don't know, like as fast as the fastest man doesn't mean that there is no faster than you. Just because if your knowledge are limited or your belief is limited or short doesn't mean that it's not true. Since God chose them, he knows what to do with them. And it's not up to you to come and tell us, well, it's not true, they're dead. If their body is dead, their soul is not. Okay? And nobody said that they were in their physical form in the heaven when our beloved Prophet was talking about them. Yeah? Unless if you have it, show us. I will go with the opinion that they are alive. Okay? Because in Islam we say that they are alive. Then when a prophet or a messenger is dead, earth does not touch them. They will be exactly in the same form. And many of the companions, we're not even talking about the prophet, the companions were very pious. They were found out of their graves whenever there is rain or anything, that unearths them, they look exactly the same. Their bodies did not decay. If this is just a normal human being, how about a prophet? Okay, so what you're saying there is a fallacy, sir. So just to show you something that the Prophet, our beloved Prophet, has said that Allah has forbidden the earth to consume the bodies of the prophets. This is our belief. Whether you like it or not, they are there. It's up to you. You don't have to believe it because you don't believe anything anyway.
He is the first one to be resurrected in the day of judgment. So Muhammad contradicted himself. Now we go back to
he's a fallible being. He's a fallible being.
Oh, so you're saying here he made a mistake. Here he was.
Oh my God. The Sheikh Muhammad from UK is talking about fallible being, about our Prophet Muhammad inside. I can't believe it. And then Christian Prince actually is enjoying it. He's saying that he made a mistake. Let's hear it.
Was lying, and we have to let it go.
He didn't lie. He just a mistake.
It's a mistake. I see.
Oh my God. Christian Prince, where did you find this kid? Okay, let me show you something. I just don't know when this is going to end, when this ridiculous discussion between you and this kid is going to end. But talking about the bodies of the prophets and their disciples and their companions not decaying in their body on earth, and their souls are still there with God. There is a very well documented story about two of the companions of our beloved Prophet. So, found in 1932, they were still intact. Their bodies did not decay. It is very well documented. You can check it. You can check it yourself. You don't have to take my word for it. Just Google it. Let me see. I'll go back here. So all you need to do is type body of Hudayfa ibn al-Yaman in Iraq, and then you'll get a lot of stuff, a lot of material. I'm showing you this. You can go and see something else, whatever you want. So it was very well documented. The Christians and the Jews in Iraq at that time, when they saw this, they actually came to Islam, including some Germans who were there. So you can read, the photos that were taken there. You can read by yourself. You can research it and get back to me. And if you want to refute me, thinking that you can refute that, please do. I'm getting back to you on to oh my God, I'm so bored from the discussion with this kid, but I have to check it.
Okay, what about your God? Do your God make mistakes?
No.
Okay. Can you name for me something, prove to me that Allah don't make mistakes in the Quran?
In chapter 4, verse 82, Allah says He doesn't make mistakes.
In chapter 4, verse number 82?
Oh wow. So this kid's all of a sudden became so versed in the Quran, and he's quoting a chapter and a verse. I am surprised. This is a setup. I am sure he told him, go and check this, tell me to go and check this, and check this, and I will show the mistake. But I might be just overthinking it, but let me hear it.
Yes.
Okay. Well, isn't it the same chapter says beat your wives? Don't you think this is a mistake to teach people to beat?
Wow, well, look, now Christian Prince knows where the beating the wives is. Ooh, it's amazing.
Your wives?
When it says beat your wives, it does you misunderstood the verse.
Really? How come? Explain to me. I'm listening.
It doesn't say you should just go like beat your wives and stuff. It means it says Women should just listen to their husbands.
And okay, if she don't listen, what we do? We beat her.
Okay, but that's I don't see anything wrong with it.
So you believe that this is a good teaching that God he teaches man to.
Sorry, sir, that's not a good teaching to you. But why don't you show them what is that? Okay. So I can see here that you got a verse. I don't know if you're going to stop here or you're going to scroll.
To beat his wife. Do your dad beat your mom?
Okay, let's see what you're going to say.
No.
What if your dad he beat your mom? With my respect to her, I don't mean to insult. I'm just having a conversation with you. What do you think if you see your your dad beating your mother? What do you feel about it?
Yeah, I would feel bad, but all right, but most Muslim women they live happy, and there's that in the Muslim world it's the least divorce rate and stuff
Really?
like that. So
I never. This is not true. All Muslim women are divorced. What are you talking about? I never saw Muslim women are not divorced yet.
What did you say? All Muslim women are divorced, and you never saw a Muslim woman not divorced? I can't believe this. You actually did say this. Audience, did you hear him saying that? Alright, let me see if I can get back to this.
yeah, I would feel bad, but all right, but divorce rate and stuff
Really?
like that. So
I never. This is not true.
Please listen to what he's going to say now.
All Muslim women are divorced. What are you talking about? I never.
All Muslim women are divorced. Oh, listen to him.
So Muslim women are not divorced yet.
Did you hear that? Oh my God! He said, "I never saw a Muslim woman not divorced yet."
Within a few years. Let me show you.
Yes, they divorced a few years. Oh my God! I tell you what, this is too funny. I usually don't laugh when I'm doing this, but this is by far the funniest because it is so stupid. How can someone say such a thing? And you, audience, I bet you're enjoying listening to him. Yes, let's listen to him again.
Are you saying Aisha is a liar?
no.
Okay, Aisha, she said the most suffering women is a Muslim women. So either you are telling the truth or Aisha is lying. Here we go. You see, Aisha is saying, I have not seen a woman suffering as much as a believing women.
What are you talking about? What? Why are you saying that? This case here is only that one woman. That one there. What are you talking about? I have not seen any woman suffering as much as the believing woman. Look at her skin. She was talking about that person. Okay, let me hear what you're saying in here. What is this allegation here?
And why? Because here she is talking about the husband is beating his wife. And as you see here, the wife, the same story we're talking about, a woman, her husband divorced her, and she wanted to marry a new husband, and Islam forbid her from marrying a new husband. Sorry.
Oh my God, Islam forbid her. Oh my God, I just hope you're going to show the whole story, because at the end of this hadith, I know the hadith very well. Oh my God, let's see what
to go back to her husband unless she have sex with a new husband. Is that a mistake or this is something you like?
Oh my God. Hold on a second. Islam says that if the woman is divorced from her husband 3 times, because the first time if they divorce and if it is younger, then they just go back. If they had a fight and he says divorce or she says divorce, they go back the second time. The third time, then if it becomes like a joke, just divorce, if he does that, then it is a punishment for him, not for her. She's not being punished. She's getting married. He is not able to take his woman back. And if he wants to take her back, that means there is love in between them. If he divorces her first time, and then he takes her back, and to take her back, you have to go back to her family and ask her, and actually ask her kindly and nicely to go back to you. If you do it again, that means you love her even more because you want to be with her. That's why you're asking her to go back to you. If you do it the third time, that means only that you are an angry man, and then you just shout and scream and say that. And in this case here, this man was beating his wife, so she went and she made a complaint to our beloved Prophet. But why don't you show the hadith all the way to the end? Let's see what lie you're going to come up with.
Well, okay, you don't know if she actually said that. You can't be sure she actually said that.
What do you mean? This is Sahih.
Whoever rated it Sahih made a mistake.
You made a mistake.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Why are you turning into rating it and Sahih or not? It is there. One man was beating his woman. Are you telling me that you Christians don't beat your woman? Do you want me to show you statistics or something? Let's see. Christian Prince. Here. Look. This is in America. Fact and statistics. Domestic abuse. Read. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Can I? I think I can. So, 1 in 3 female murder victims are killed by an intimate partner. Murder. Not just beating. We'll get to the beating. 20 people are abused by an intimate partner every minute in the United States. Every minute, 20 people are being abused. Okay? Let's see. Let's see what we got in here. I'm just browsing in here to show you a few things here. This is Wikipedia, domestic violence in United States. Okay? Nowadays. This is not 1400 years ago, but nowadays. I want you, audience, to check this. Don't take my word for it. And I want to expose Christian Prince here lying to people and telling them that Islam does that. Here, violence against women and girls is a problem of pandemic proportions. At least 1 out of every 3 women around the world has been beaten, coerced into sex, or otherwise abused in her lifetime with abuser, usually someone known to her. Yeah. So as if it was actually it's inclusive or exclusive to Muslims only, not our, like you say, our mothers and sisters and daughters are being abused everywhere in the world. Women are being abused. Okay, so don't come to me and say that it's Islamic. Christian Prince, violence against women in the United States. Statistics. All right. Murder. In 2005 only, 1,181 women were murdered by their partners. Okay? Domestic violence. Read, sir, read. About 4.8 million women experience about intimate partner-related physical assault. These, oh my God, these are nowadays. This is not 400 years ago. Check it out. Sexual violence. According to the National Crime Victimization Survey, which includes crimes that were not reported to the police, 232,960 women in the US were raped or sexually assaulted in 2006 only. Look at this staggering number. Look. And it's the FBI who did that. So whether you believe them or not. So look, you're busted. Stop lying. Oh, I honestly, I'm kind of getting tired from this mockery here, you and this kid. You just say to him, well, Islam is forcing women to actually go and sleep with another man, to actually go back to their previous husband. Sir, If it was not this way, Islam would not be a religion from God. If it was left to the man just to, like, look, divorce her anytime we want and bring him back anytime we want. If there was not a way to actually punish the man, show both partners that this is no joke, you stop fighting and you stop divorcing, it wouldn't be a religion. But the problem with you is you didn't even show people and what is the story in this hadith. Yet you go around saying all sort of lies. I just can't believe it. Yeah, and you're saying that our Prophet took the side of the man.
No, I'd like to show from you. Show me where it says if you divorced your wife 3 times. It says in the Old Testament, if you divorce your wife 3 times, she cannot come back to you unless you have a new husband.
No, in Deuteronomy it says if a man doesn't like his wife.
Oh my God! Now this Sheikh Muhammad became very versed in Deuteronomy. He even knows the book of Deuteronomy. Wow, amazing!
He can divorce her.
I'm not talking about divorce here. I'm talking about a woman. She want to go back to her husband. Just because her husband divorced her 3 times, she can't get back unless she have sex with a new guy.
Sorry, sir. It's not about having sex. It is about marriage. It says marriage. She cannot marry her previous husband. He cannot just go and have her back. This is not punishment for the woman. This is punishment for the man. And you said it. It is actually what a man would want his woman or his wife to go and marry another man or sleep with another man. But it is a punishment for him. It is a humiliation for him, not for her. And let me tell you something. That woman, that marriage should not be arranged. It should be a normal marriage. So if she is going to marry that man, and if they are happy together, then they will be happy together and they will be married forever or until God knows. So it's not like, okay, let me go get married with this man, stay with him one night, and then I can go back to my previous husband. No, sir, it is not like that. Only there is a condition that if a man or if this couple divorced 3 times, then that's it. They're not going back to each other. Unless, there is a condition here, unless she marries another man, and a marriage that is not actually organized like you organize your videos in here and your callers. And then if she gets married and divorced again, then her previous husband can marry her. It's not a joke. This is not a joke. And it's not like you say it, oh, he can have sex with her. No, it is only when they get married and then they divorce. Okay? Not something orchestrated like your mockery in here.
What is the logic? What is the dignity here? Where is the decency? You divorce your wife 3 times.
Allah knows best.
Allah knows best. So, okay, Allah knows best by making the man beat his wife, right?
Sir, Allah did not say, go and beat your wife. Okay? Allah did not say, go and beat women. So you're lying. Let's get back to that point, and I will expose your lie, and I will get the audience to understand what is being said in there.
Allah knows best by practicing mut'ah. The same chapter you shared to me, chapter 4, verse 24, it says you as a Muslim, you can practice mut'ah. What do you say about the mut'ah?
No, I'm against it.
Okay, are you against?
Sorry, sir. You have to show. When you are talking about something, you have to show that. And I am afraid you will move on, and you're already moving on from this hadith, and you did not show the part that actually exposes your lie. So let me go and get it. Right, Christian Prince. Here's the hadith that you're showing in here. You're telling people that this woman is being this and that. Okay, now let's read the whole thing. What is happening in here? So Rifa'a divorced his wife, whereupon another man called Abdurrahman bin Zubayr al-Qurazi married her. So she was divorced, and the other man married her. Why did he marry her? Because his wife died, and he had 2 sons with her, so he needed to get married, and so he will have a wife and he will have someone to look after his children. Okay, now let's go continue. Now, Aisha said that the lady came, the wife in here, came to see her, and she was wearing a green veil, and complained to Aisha, of her husband, and showed her a green spot on her skin caused by beating. Yes, he is a dirty bastard who beat his wife. Yeah. So what? He's just a human being like any others. Does that mean Islam is teaching him to beat? Does that mean the Prophet of the Quran is teaching him to beat her wife? No, sir. You're lying. And now we'll get to the point where you are going to show the verse, and I will refute that too. So let's continue. It was the habit of ladies to support each other, which is normal. That's why Aisha says later on, I have not seen any woman suffering as much as the believing woman. Look, it's a woman being actually sentimental. She has feelings. She's expressing herself. Oh, look, a believing woman is being beaten, and look at how she's suffering. That's only normal. That's a normal reaction. This is not Quran, sir. This is Aisha being actually very compassionate, and she's showing sympathy and empathy to another lady. That's it. So stop your comedy that you are having with this kid in here. Let's continue. Suffering woman. Look at her skin is greener than her clothes. When Abdurrahman heard, the man who married the divorced woman, he heard that his wife went to the Prophet to actually complain. He came with his 2 sons from another wife. She said, by Allah, I have done no wrong to him, but he is impotent. She is accusing him of impotence. It's like he cannot satisfy her in bed. So, and he is to me as this, holding and showing the fringe of her garment. That he's no good to me. Then the man, this Abdurrahman here, the second husband, said, by Allah, O Allah's Messenger, she has told a lie. I am very strong and I can satisfy her, but she is disobedient and wants to go back to Rifa'a. Remember this word here, disobedient. I need you guys to remember I'm highlighting this because this is related to the verse that the deceiver here is going to bring. But I need you to remember that. So going back to this hadith, wants to go back to her previous husband. The problem with this is the society cannot take marriage as a joke. You marry, you stay married, okay? You don't go around divorcing and doing that. Why did they marry in the divorce? Of course, there has been a problem between Rifa'a and his wife. So, what do you think happened in here? Hello? So, they divorced. Unless then what happened then? Allah's Messenger said to her, you cannot just, if that is your intention, then know that it is unlawful for you to remarry, go back to Rifa'a, the previous husband, unless Abdurrahman had sexual intercourse with you. So then the Prophet saw the 2 boys with Abdurrahman, with the second husband, and asked him, are these your sons? On that Abdurrahman said, yes. Now, what is happening here? Do you guys understand what's happening here? The reason why our beloved Prophet ﷺ asked Abdul Rahman if those 2 kids are his sons is to establish that this man here is not important and she is lying, because she said he is important and he's like this to me as the garment. Hello? And then the Prophet said, you claim what you claim, that he is important, but by Allah, these boys resemble him as a crow resembles a crow. Do you see the hadith? Do you guys see that? Christian Prince, here is hadith that you actually brought one line from it and you started blabbering around and telling lies and cheating and deceiving people. Let's see what you got next.
Against the Quran.
It's a Shia ritual.
No, this is the same chapter you quote from me. This is chapter 4, verse 24, my friend. This is not Shia. This is Quran. What Shia? How this became a Shia? That's funny. Chapter 4.
It's a Shia ritual.
My friend.
I'm gonna wait until you get to the point, because this talk about Shia and this and that, and this kid is going along with you, I don't like it. So I'm gonna wait until you get to the point. In this bit here, you say that this chapter here, chapter 4, verse 44, is saying that you can give women money and have fun with them. Okay? Then let's see what it is being said in here. So here you're telling them that they require you and you said it's money.
The muta marriage.
Now, it was revealed about the what? Okay. Why don't you show people what it says all the way? Why don't you say what the whole story is? So let's see what you got to say. Sir, you just gave such a ridiculous example. You say that Islam or your God allows you to meet a woman on an elevator and give her $5 and have sex with her, and that's halal. If that is what you're saying, if what you're saying in here is correct, then what is zina and what is the lashing of the zani? Ma huwa hadd zani? What is the punishment of the guy or the man who commits fornication, even by paying like you say? Alright, let's go. And no, temporary marriage is not allowed in Islam. And here's the Quran, chapter 33, verse 52. You Christian Prince need Arabic. You can check it in your own time, but the audience does not need. So, not lawful to you, O Muhammad, and whatever goes on, Prophet Muhammad goes on us all as his. Or any additional women after this, or is for you to exchange. You cannot exchange them for other wives, even if they were beauty and all, and if you like them. Okay, it's better if I read it. Nor is it for you to exchange them for other wives, even if their beauty were to please you, except what your right hand possesses, and ever is Allah over all things an observer. So as you can see, we're not supposed to change, we're not supposed to marry temporarily. Okay? So Christian Prince, I went on and I got the verse you got in there. Were you there? So chapter 4, verse 24, Surah An-Nisa. Here's the Arabic for you, and here's the English for your audience. So we go all around to your point. So for whatever you enjoy of marriage, sir, I don't know where you go and find those translations only to suit your need. Sorry, sir. What you enjoy here does not mean you just go around and have your biological drive satisfied with women, as if it was promoting prostitution. No, sir. It is marriage for them, given the due compensation. That is the dowry, sir. It's talking about the dowry, not just payment like you said in your vulgar example, a woman in a lift and $5. So cheap, just like, no, sorry. So here, Christian deceiver, this is the Quran Tafsir Ibn Kathir, not what you got in there. I don't know where you go and get these things. But this is Ibn Kathir as we know it. So if anyone wants to actually find out this, let me show you what I did to get it. It's very simple. You just go on Google. Here, this is Google. You type in Quran chapter 4 verse 24 tafsir. The first one that comes to you, what you do is click on that one there. Quran tafsir Ibn Kathir. Here it is. We get to this. In order to get to that verse, we go there. And he is alluding to this one here. This is for you, Christian Prince, since you know Arabic, and the audience who know Arabic. But for the Christian, for the non-Arabic speakers, let's get to that. So here, surrender to them their rightful dowry as compensation. You see, it is a marriage, as I just showed you there. No, it was not in here. I changed the website. I showed you marriage in there, in the translation of the verse, and now it is the interpretation. So it is dowry, sir. Mahr, dowry, not what you are saying, sir. So let's see. All right, second one. So same thing. Quran chapter 2 verse 24. Tafsir Ibn Kathir. I just wonder why I can't get your Tafsir Ibn Kathir, but here is Tafsir Ibn Kathir from Google. You never show us where you get those translations, but here it is. So An-Nisa, the prohibition of taking two sisters in as rival wives, but the verse that you brought is here. So this is what you want. Yeah, read, guys, in English. I'm gonna try and make it bigger. I wonder if I can. Alright, here. So this is verse 24. Verse 24. Okay? Verse 24. Chapter 4, verse 24. It's the exact thing, just different layout. So here, 24. Also, this is translation, also forbidden are women already married. You're not supposed to marry a married woman, except those slaves whom your right hand possesses, because they are no longer in their homes. Then, thus has Allah ordained for you. All others are lawful, provided you seek them with a dowry from your property, desiring chastity, not fornication. Are you following? Yeah? So, dowry, not fornication. Okay. Alright, let's go. I've given you 3. Alright. Let's see what you're saying now.
A clear reading of the verse, it doesn't say it. It even says the.
My friend, aren't you the one who said to me, read Ibn Kathir?
And look at this.
Isn't it you who said to me, show me Ibn Kathir?
I wonder when are you going to let this kid go to sleep?
Yeah, but Ibn Kathir, he was against the mut'ah.
He's against the mut'ah. How he can be against the mut'ah if it is in the Quran? As you see, who is against it? He's saying this is no. He said,
sorry, sir. Mut'ah is not in the Quran. That's totally different thing. That is your twisted mind that's reading that. I've already explained that. I really want to move on now. I'm sick of it.
His name is Mahdi.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God. Listen to this now.
Let us see, Mr. Mahdi.
This is actually this is the worst thing that you will hear in your own entire life. Listen now.
Hello.
Oh, this is you.
Yeah.
You're still a Muslim? I thought you left Islam.
Oh,
Are you doing mut'ah these days? Be honest with me.
yes.
You are doing mut'ah.
Yes.
How much it costs you these days? What is the market for mut'ah these days in Islam?
I don't know, man.
What do you mean? You just said
Like,
you do mut'ah.
yes, I do. I do every day.
Okay, and how much it cost you?
But what? It's a free.
This is not mut'ah, because in Islam, as you see, you have to pay her. The Quran says that you are breaking.
Are you following, guys? I just hope is nobody enjoying this, because this is ridiculous. I mean, this is so low that I am listening to it and I am sweating. Honest to God, like. I don't know where he gets these kids and talk to them and get them to say exactly what he wants them to say and exactly what he wants you to hear.
The law of Allah, my friend.
Listen to this. So cheap. Listen to what he's going to say.
Don't you fear that Allah will chop your penis?
Yeah, 20 cents I pay.
Okay, 20 cents. Okay, that's expensive.
Can I? The topic today is show proof Allah exists.
All right. What is the proof?
Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you.
What, are you going to play a tape for me?
No.
So I'm waiting. Show me.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I'm showing. I'm getting it right now.
Oh, you are getting it. Okay. I hope Jibril is going to give you the inspiration.
Yes.
You see this conversation they're having. So Christian Prince, as him being him, mocking people, and the kid, oh yes, is saying that Jibril Gabriel is going to get you the proof of the existence of Allah, and the kid is okay, yes, yeah, yes, you're right, yes. Oh dear, you can't help it but lie and lie. The word that look, I'm going to show this to non-Arabic speakers. I'm forgetting about it. I don't want to speak to you at all this time on this topic here. Shaitan, which is Satan. You see the word? Ta alif noon. Satan. Shaitan. When you do research, Google will take the word, because Google is not in Arabic, so it's in English. So it will go and look for this word. Yours is showing this. Shayatinihim, meaning their devils. It's very funny. Why? And then you get the count totally different. Well, let me show you then. Here's the count. Yeah. This is not from his website. This is a Facebook page. There it is. Let's see what you got more. So I just wanted to show you who are telling people lies, that when you counted the word shaitan and the word malaika, angels, shaitan is Satan, malaika, angels. So here they count the verse, the Arabic word, and count all the way down to 88. What I want the audience to know is not it's not what you Christian deceiver are saying, or deceiver prince are saying, is what is in here. So the word appears 70 times in its singular form, and it has other ways where it appears in a plural and when it appears with a prefix. So alright, I'm not gonna read. I want you, when you pause the video and read. Okay, now let's go down. It's the word angel. Okay, here as you can see the count, the verse, the Arabic word translation, and of course whether it's a plural or not. Okay, let's go down all the way 88, and this is how it is. So pause, you check. Okay? Don't listen to that liar. Don't listen to that cheater. Don't listen to the deceiver Christian Prince. How do we know it's an Islamic website? You only show this bit here. How do we know that? I would love to see more. Alright. So now you got a call from another kid. It's amazing how, I don't know how you get these kids to call you and how you take calls and you like actually to waste our time listening to these kids. You and them are having, I don't know what, fun. So they're giving you what is so-called numerical challenges in the Quran, and you're telling them now, if you refute that, that's it, that means there is no Islam. Yeah, that's what you, literally this is what you're saying. And I just can't not believe this. You want people, actually, the audience, I hope you guys are listening and watching up to here. It's already over an hour, I should be stopping here. You don't really think that you refuting a kid because you asked him, or the topic was, there's no Allah, prove me wrong, and he gave you something, and by you refuting that something, you are actually refuting Islam, that Allah does not exist. It's just ridiculous. I want to hear more of this.
The word rajul.
No. I'll send.
You will send. Okay, he will send. Okay, we have to wait. He will send. We cannot show what we will. He have to send it. Otherwise, Islam will be in trouble.
I'll just do men first, then I'll send women.
Okay, no problem.
All right. I'm sick of these mockeries. You're talking to kids and trying to convince us that Islam is not religion, or is not the religion of God, the Quran, and this is ridiculous. I want you to get to the point where you never do, so I'm going to go and get to the point. You are asking us to prove that Allah exists. Well, I am asking you, does Yahweh exist? Does Jehovah exist? Does Elohim exist? If Yahweh exists, then Allah exists. Okay? Because to us Muslims, Allah is only the Arabic word for the Aramaic word that Jesus used, Allah, and the Hebrew word Elohim or Yahweh that the Jews used. So here's the proof to you that Allah does exist, because He is the very same God who created the universe. He is the very same God who created Adam and Eve. He is the very same God who sent Noah, Abraham, Isaac and Ishmael, Jacob and his children, Moses and Aaron, Elisha, Elijah, Elias, King David, King Solomon, John the Baptist, Jesus, and Muhammad. He is the one who created everything we see and everything we don't see, everything above earth, everything underneath earth, everything in this universe, and everything in other universe. Therefore, He is existent. And this is proof to you that you are wrong, because Allah to us is the very same God of the Old Testament who created everything. Now let's see if we can convince you with this. So here, what did I do? Very simple. I went to the Bible, Genesis 1:1. Here's the verse. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. God, in here, who created heaven and earth. I took this verse to Google Translator, then this is what I got. So God in here is Allah in here, as you can see. If في البداية خلق Allah. This bit here, is God in here. Allah, God. This is your Bible. You guys say Allah. Did I get it from somewhere else? Huh? Here it is. Allah. You say Allah in Arabic. You Christian Prince, you and many other millions of Arab Christians, Christian in the Middle East, they all say Allah, and the Jews, they say Allah. Between Allah and Ilah and Allah, there's no difference. Let's see if we can get you something. So here, Google. All I did is typed Allah in Aramaic language, and there it comes. The Aramaic word for God in the language of Assyrian Christians is Ilaha or Allah. Arabic speakers, of course, this is what we say, Allah. So here, the very same God that has been worshipped by the Jews and Jesus was actually and is, will always be Allah. Now, I need you to see this. I'm gonna wrap it up with this. How did I get this? Very simple. I'll take you back to it. Simple. This is what I typed in Google. First, in Aramaic, showing the word Allah. Then you get this. Well, you're correct because I spelled the V in T-E-H instead of T-H-E. Well, then I got it. Here it is. Let's see. It takes you here. What would you be reading? The normal generic word for God is Allah or Aloho, which is linguistically related to the Hebrew word of God, Elohim. Are you following here, Christian Prince and audience? The word Allah is the Arabic for the word Allah in Aramaic, and that's exactly what Jesus was saying. Okay, so let's see. And with this, honorable audience, I'm going to wrap it up because it's late where I am and I need to go get some sleep. And I think over an hour video long is not going to be fun listening to. So I really wonder how you audience listen to Christian Prince for this long, like 3 hours and 40 minutes, and some other videos are close to 4 hours. I literally saw a video of his that's 3 hours 59 minutes, and that is a lot. There's no way a normal person with a normal life would sit there listening to his blabbering and this mockery of him talking to Muslim kids and wants to show them as that, oh, here, look, I am refuting, debunking, and I am exposing Muslims. And Sheikh Muhammad, the previous caller, it's just ridiculous. Come on, it's ridiculous. Anyway, to end with this, I bear and testify, witness, acknowledge that there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah, without a partner, without a son, without a father. And I acknowledge, testify, and bear witness that Muhammad, Jesus, Moses, Abraham, and Noah are his prophets, servants, and messengers. I greet you with the greeting of Islam, which is Assalamu alaikum, peace be on you. I hope you will have questions for me for the next time I get back in here. You can leave comments in here, and I invite you to Islam. And I invite you to stop listening to this deceiver all he is doing is spreading hate and fear amongst people. As human beings, though we are different in our beliefs, we should not fear each other, we should not hate each other. I cannot believe that he says that Jesus is God of love and he goes around spreading hate. You, Christian Prince, are a hate monger, a fear monger. All you're looking for is a source of living. You're only making a living out of this when you should be talking about love. There is not a single video of yours where it shows you say to people, love each other, love those Muslims, even though they are not believing the same as you. All you do every time you come up, start about fear, hate, fear, hate. May Allah guide you to the truth. Assalamu alaikum.